And I think it's going to be time for me to open all factories, see what survives, then close everything. There's a lot of closed places, and that's going to mean a lot of unemployment. Yeah, okay, let's do this real quick. That did in fact put me into debt. 27,000 only. We can recuperate that pretty quickly. Oh, and make sure we're not subsidising any of it. Yeah, our budget's kind of insane. And the National Bank is building itself up quickly enough. And we only borrowed from the Knights, so we're fine. It's because of how ridiculously strong our industry is. I mean, we're so far ahead of the others, it's not even funny. There we go, debt free. Let's go and reduce the tariffs again. Making a slight loss. I don't want to make a loss at the moment. We do want to have a little bit of a buffer, so we'll go with 5% tariffs. That seems entirely reasonable. Right, you lot. I want all of the engineers because they are far more in demand right now than the guards. Jump in the ships. Ships, head over here. Drop them off. We are in fact building the transports up pretty quickly. Good. Have we arrived in Africa yet? No. Not yet, but we are close. You have a +2 to attack, you go and attack him. I'm going to split you in half to go and reconquer. Good. Upper house rearranged, though that doesn't really matter a huge amount. Alright, engineers have arrived. Marvellous. Right, so you two clearly just need engineers. So we're going to leave the engineers there. And I think I'm just going to split you into small units and then send you off as necessary. Should absolutely crush this army without any real resistance. Yep, pretty much. And yeah, there are factories still being shut, so we're going to keep these factories that are shutting shut, so that our entrepreneurs decide to try something else and see if that sticks. Although I'm pretty happy with the number of factories that have stayed open this time, that's good. Means that we're getting a lot more employment going through, and employment is good because it means they start paying taxes. Ooh, there's one. Really, machine parts. Interesting. So where is the most industrialised? This is pretty heavily. Bosnia. Amalia is pretty heavily. A level 11 glassworks, which employs 110,000 people. Algiers, pretty well done. Aydin, pretty well done. Hood of Endigar, not terrible. Oh, here's a big one. 6 and a 6 and a 6. Middle Egypt. None of them compared to Piedmont, though. Crikey. Level 20, level 11, level 9. Yeah, Northern Italy is amazing for industry. Especially, apparently, steel. And clothing. Oh, Tunisia's doing very well too. Level 18 glassworks. That's because of all the wine production we have. The vineyards that we own is going to be driving glassworks like these two. Lower Egypt, also very high. Lombardia, another Italian. In fact, Egypt and Italy seems to be where the majority of my industry is. Serbia, a little bit. Peloponnese, that's Greece. Romanaga, that's another Italian. Sinai, massive artillery works in Sinai. I think that's because they produce sulfur, if I remember correctly. No, it's because they have a steel factory there. If they had an explosives factory, then they would have a bigger bonus too. Oh, Thrace is quite a few. Level 11 ammunition plant. It's almost like I have a big army or something that they need to maintain. Seeing Mordred playing Victoria 2 really makes me hope for a Victoria 3. Yeah, I would like to see a Victoria 3. Like, I'm not going to join in the whole thing like, oh, Paradox got to do a Victoria 3, but it would be nice if there was one. Alright, so we have a massive number of guards now. So let's start putting some armies together. That's a massive unit of artillery. That's a massive unit of infantry that we can fire. You are missing an artillery. So we'll put you there. We'll grab an artillery. Put you there. In fact, I'm just going to split you guys up until you are just single units. Then I can just split out the number of troops I need. And Bob's your uncle. I'll probably do the same with the engineers. So you're already on the move. You're a single artillery. You can go over there. You require another single artillery. You require... Oh, that was you. You require an artillery and a guard. We'll stick with that for the moment. While I keep an eye on this. Imperator Rome seems like a reasonable trial run for what Victoria 3 would look like. Yeah, that's true. Really need to read some more of the dev diaries for that. I've been slacking recently. Ooh, that's a lot of troops in one position. Ah, because I sent two of you to the same place. Whoops! Let's send you to Tirana. You needed... artillery. Group. 13, 6. You're missing 2 guards. Right, what do you need? You're just guards. You can go over there. What do you need? You need a guard. Whoops, that was artillery. You need to go down there. No, you don't. Go there. You also need a guard. You need a lot of stuff. I'll do with you in a minute. You need a hussar. I'm not going to bother with the hussar, I don't think. You also need a guard. Skopje. Thank you for that reaction there, fighter. That is exactly how I felt when I saw that. Night schools. Assimilation efforts in Romanian areas and territories are progressing slower than they should reasonably have to. And one of the reasons is that Romanian children are still educated in the native tongue. No, we're going to enforce our curricula. And we are also going to start raising some tariffs, because I've just noticed we're losing money again. Oh, of course, I'm getting almost £1,000 a day from Germany. I'd forgotten about that. War indemnities. That's part of the reason we're so sodding wealthy. And Austria. Increase opinion, because I want to keep them friendly. And Germany immediately drops us to cordial. At least we're stopping them from sphering it. That's the main objective here, is to stop them sphering it. Right, have we recaptured this stuff? Yes, yes we have. Good. So let's head back to Umbaza. And then we'll head over to China. No, to Bengal. And hopefully the 70,000 men that we're sending, 80,000 men that we're sending are going to be enough to liberate it. You seem to have too many troops. I suspect that I actually meant them to go here. Clearly not. Norway have dropped down to neutral. Norway goes up to cordial. Another naval engagement. Just catching them as they go past. Right, let's go to Bengal and make sure that we clear a path. And both of you need to jump into the ships again. And let's head over. Now, so long as we stay in supply for as long as possible, we should be fine. $625. Great. I'm going to send you... We'll send you to Greece if you're full strength. 526. You're... Something went wrong somewhere. You need an artillery, you need an infantry. That means you probably have too many. No, you are actually fine. So are you. You have too many infantry and not enough artillery. Right, so the warships are going first. What's my main culture? Amusingly, it's French. Although nobody in my nation is actually French. Because I never changed it from EU4. Chivalry and Hanover. Germany is... This is against Germany. Interesting. So Germany is after Hanover. I'm kind of tempted to sit on the sidelines of this one if I can. So Castile is backing them. So this war right now would be Castile versus Germany. I might actually support Germany. Because, one, they owe me money. And two, I do want a somewhat status quo. I'd rather Germany were stronger than the minor powers, so we actually had something to fight against. Like, if I hamstring Germany too much, this game gets boring very quickly. That's a lot of rebels. Actually, it's just a lot of numbers. It's not in concentrated areas. Right. Group 625. Group 625. Excellent. What are you guys lacking? You need an artillery. So do you. These artillery? No. Then these must be artillery. One to you, and one to you. There's a couple more factories that need closing, but generally they're actually doing really, really well at the moment. Probably because we have the highest level railroads, so there's not a huge amount of competition for us. Show me the population. How much is French? I just told you. 0. Nationality. North Italian 23%, Greek 11%, Croatian 10%, Berber 10%, Mizri 10%, Serbian 6%, Turkish 5%, Czech 3.5%, South German 3, Other 3, Bulgarian 3, Hungarian 2, Romanian 2, North German 1, Bakongo 1, Albanian 1, African Minor 1. But if I go to my nation... Primary culture, Occitan, which is French. Then Berber, Greek, Mizri, North Italian, Turkish. North Italian's an important one, Greek is an important one. Is Egypt Egyptian or is that Berber? Mizri. Okay, yeah. We accept Mizri, that's fine. I didn't realise Mizri was Egyptian, that's interesting. Right, so you guys are also ready for the fight, huzzah! You're currently going to the same place, that's not what I meant. Right, what do you need? You need cavalry. Don't really care. If we find a random cavalryman somewhere, then fantastic. If not, oh well. And these are just going to be guards. So we're basically going to be looking to get artillery from somewhere. You need 1 artillery and 1 guard. We'll stick you there. And then you should be at full strength. Right, back to the convoys. Well, I thought within 20 years there should have been some conversion. I think most conversion's like religion rather than culture. Like, I'm fairly sure that in my Viking game, when I owned China as a Viking nation, like, almost nothing converted, which is why I had such huge problems with unrest. I spent the entire game just biffing people. Right, I probably need to upgrade my artillery. Engineer support is nice. Oh, what does support do exactly? I need to look that one up. I'm almost alt-tabbed. That would have been bad. Oh, Mighty Wiki on the phone. Tell me what support does. B to engineer or artillery. Support. Except that's now version 2 rather than Victoria 2. Grr. This isn't helping. Support stat, Victoria 2, here we go. Please tell me what it does. this is not saying what support does. Support is a multiplier applied to damage dealt by units in the rear rank. 100% support indicates a unit deals the same amount of damage in the rear as it would in the front. Only artillery engineers and planes are greater than 0. Aha! So this makes engineers better in the rear, while this makes artillery way better. Their support goes up really rather substantially. So yes, we want to increase that. I feel like that stat's changed. I feel like artillery used to have a much better defense stat, just generally. Support new. Like, I know Wiz did a update at one point. Planes, yeah, late game can build planes and tanks. Do they even appear here yet? No, but that's basically what these two slots are. Aeroplanes and tanks, and you can also get petrol, which is another industrial goods. There's still a couple of things to become unlocked. Cars, telephones, electronic goods, planes, tanks, petrol. One or two other things. Yep, you can do World War I in Victoria. That's when the really big wars kick off. Like, really big wars. Where you've got millions on each side. Because by then your mobilization technology is also much, much higher. Alright, so the war fleet is arriving off the coast. Then I need to go and save Bengal. So what is the war goal? Delhi and Himalayas. Oh, you're gonna make me sit in the Himalayas? Ugh. I built too many transports. Miscalculated by 2. Oh well. Five, 2, 5. You're missing an infantry. You infantry? No, you're artillery. Then you must be infantry. You are actually just infantry, and delete you. You are all guards. Which is basically what all of those are. And you need everything. So you're going to need 3 guards and an artillery. 3 guards. An artillery. Going there. Perfect. Nationalist officers. Get rid of the ringleaders. I thought I probably should have read that. Alliance from Norway. Yes, that's another navy I would like to have, please. Alright, so while that's preparing, I need you lot to jump on the ships and send you over here. Oh, hello, China. How did you get in? Considering I blocked the only entrance, how did you get in? That's a bit weird. Is Kazan still fighting Germany? No, Germany's now at peace. Did anyone back the crisis? England's backing Castile. I apparently have not been asked to join either side. Transports. The army has arrived, so I want one of you going there and one of you going there. That's going to give me access to a naval base. Perfect. Theodora is being stolen by the Ottomans. Right, let's go and start shifting our troops. Over to India. We'll see how quickly we can do this. 36, you're missing... Engineer. Engineering.